Alright, I am back and I'm happy. Hey, brother. My rolls were not so good, but my mag roll was awesome. That was a fantastic roll. I decided that I was just like, oh, should I do a CLO? Should I do a Redux? I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose crit. I'm like, wait, these give crit. I was so fixated on just guaranteed attack percent on the roll and element that I forgot they gave crit, and I got 5 crit on my roll, and I lost like what 10% SP for like 5 crit. Oh my god, this roll was amazing. That was awesome. It set my expectations so high that I will never recover from anything not looking like that ever. I decided to do it on my Redux instead of a CLO because, because it gives that crit. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. It's really good. Let me just crashed a minute ago. So Redux, I managed to roll a Lion Skull, and I got 10 Holy, 10 Ice, 4% attack, 4 Dex, and 5 Crit. Like, to me, that's a god roll. Like, that's awesome. Like, everything was 4 and up, and it was an element that matched my mag. The 10 Holy's nice. Like, I use, like, my Revolt with Judgment Cross. Like, 10 Holy, that's great. 10 Ice on a Redux? Ooh, doggy. That's good. That shit good. Alright. So, I'm gonna talk to Kaguya here and try to see what I can do with the second slot. Ornamentazione. Redux. Yeah, last time we crashed, I was trying to do the second roll, so it probably saved me from a shit roll. And again, if you're going to do these paid ornamentations and you have a lot of transcendent ornamentations, I recommend it because you're using paid resources. Another reason why Dharmic Water Lily is bad is because it takes the same resources as Lion Skull. So just consider that. So Transcendent, B, ornamentation screen. Oh man, I'm nervous now. Come on, ornamentation! 2% attack, 2 crit. Okay, so we got a really low roll there. That's a bit of a shame. It is nice that it does get 5 out of 5. But we got 2% attack, 2 HP, or 2 crit. So I went from 10 crit to 7 crit, which is not bad. 5 dex. The 2 dexes probably add up to another crit, so 10 to 8 crit and 6% attack. The attack's kind of low. The wind is nice. It does mesh with the mag. The mountain is whatever. I can't redo any ornamentations right now. I'm kind of debating on if I should remove this and try to do weapon or not. If it would have been 3 and 3, I would have been fine. The wind is nice. So I got a low roll there. Am I about to just like spend money and get more mags to reroll? No, I'll leave that to someone else to do. But still, hitting the wind is nice. I'll probably just try again next month. I'll just leave the ornamentation on and just keep trying every month. I do have the other attack percent balls, but the thing is, I really only did it because of the crit. So if I like remove this, don't get the balls back, and then do a different ornamentation. But what if it gives me like 5% attack? If I'm gonna remove it anyway, fuck it. I like that answer. Ornamentation removal. Yeah, I'll probably remove it. So I think it was top slot. Ornamentation. 2% attack, wind, mountain, dex. Like if it would have been like 5 crit, I probably would. I don't know. I kind of want the attack percent. Everything else is like extra. You just want the attack percent high. You want it like 4 and plus. That's my opinion on it. I'm sticking to it. Oh god. Can I have my balls back, please? Fuck. Oh well. Redux. Hello. Can we start down up? Or up down? Reversed? Nevertheless, hell yeah. Returning Forge. I have 6 of these. Ring of Fate is garbage. Kami, can you move your text? I literally can't see anything. I don't have any surrounding water ornamentation items at all. I wonder why. Just never did. Alright, Heaven's Forge. If I can get 4 to 5% attack, that'll be nice. Again, be transcendent. I just want to see attack percent. Fuck. 3%? Okay. Alright. Okay. That's fine. Was 1% attack worth 2 crit? Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Put on this Yunjin just to fuck with myself. Ugh. So what does that mag look like now? The Redux is 3% and 4%, which is okay. So that is 7% attack out of 10. 7 out of 10, that's fine. 5 crit. Ice, holy, HP. 5% HP is not bad, actually. Cool. So how much attack does that give me if I put that on? 5,000 attack. And if I were to put on... Let me go sort by defense. So, this Redux gives me 3,150. So by doing that, I gained an extra 2,205 attack with those ornamentations. So 4% attack is about 1,025. Or no, it's an uneven number. So 3% attack. 3% is about 1,000 attack. So that's pretty good. 5 crit. That's not bad. Oh, cool. I'll probably just try again with it. I'll probably try again Lion Skull with it later. Like, if it would have got like 5% attack, I would have left it, but I'm not gonna like mess around with it like a million times. But so I'm really happy with that first Lion Skull. That 4%, 4 dex, 5 crit. 10 ice. The ice is really nice to see. Like, everything with the ice was like, yes. And then more percent attack. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely the best attack percent ornamentation is Lion Skull. If you can get it to high roll. So that's just something I have to log in for, and I'm now motivated to get Natus. So that's really good. Because of the event, I gotta wear yellows. Okay, so... what else do we gotta do? Alright, let me see. What the fuck? He's fast as shit. Anyway. Yeah, you're right, yeah. Zoom. Yeah, that'd be nice if I got one on the other side. Yeah. And the thing is, like, most of the time, OC is better off being used for restores. Like, you know, you'll get Daruma points eventually. It's not a pressing matter. Oh, how many roses am I at? I wasn't gonna look. I didn't look. 110? Nice! So if I get 10 more Yorozus, I can have another copy of a Vanguard when they're available. I could get an Inachio Scroll. And I ain't about to do that. I already did that for like 4 or 5 scrolls. I just wanted one scroll of Toshi because it just, as long as I get the skills I want, it don't matter. Or Inichio, I should say. EXP ticket? SP ticket. Cool. Don't know when I got these, but whatever. Cool. Alright, so I got an SP ticketo. Ticketo SP. Man, I still can't believe I couldn't use the unlimited tickets there. That was mean. Alright, SP ticket. Can I have an axe, elegant ball? God said no. You can have fish eyes and a fucking sigil. So another, wow, Makami just came out of nowhere. So in other news, Aosame Purg is back. Today's the first day for it. We can go talk to Rikudo over here, Rokudo. Rokudo has exchange shop. Uryu Wave is here. I definitely have to try and get one copy of Uryu Wave. I love Uryu Wave. It's one of my favorites. Always love the move. I used it on my Elsin for a while because of the lightning. Mags. Rain Dragon Mag. It says I have 0. I don't believe that. So it must be in storage. So I need to find out, like, how much Rain Dragon Mag I have. If I have 2, I'm going to be upset. Because then I'll want to farm Aosame to get the mag. But I don't want to farm Aosame. Like, at all. Rain Dragon Magatama. Yeah. So I guess I just have one Rain Dragon Mag. I have a Bolt and I have a Roar. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I have Summit Mags. I shouldn't have anything on me. Thank God I do not have to farm Aosame. I just do not want to farm Aosame right now. Like, the whole shebang. Like, I know how easy it is to do it, but, like, I'm just glad I don't have to do more than 25 runs. Like, I'm really happy about that. Because I'd rather focus my time on Yogg, to be honest. Like, I'll get those runs in eventually, but I want to do, Yoggy boy. Getting that one good lion skull is honestly gonna make me, like, farm it more. Izumo rest area? No, it's in Kaga. It's Kaga. That person fell down. Man, I have not been, like, on Oni at all. Oh, how far along am I? Oh my God, I'm not even done. Oh. All these mill chests go to storage. Oh. Good, I can reset it. So I need to do, like, 5 more lineups of this. Like, I'm so behind. A lunar leaf. Oh, fantastic. That's a horse. Okay. Hello, Natu. Yeah, so like in retrospect, you'd really only roll for like the Blaze mags, like if you're after your Rozus. Like if you're looking for an excuse to get your Rozus, do it. Other than that, you might as well just put that same money into the Pointeruma and get 4 balls guaranteed. Cause like it ain't worth it. Like the rolling for it. Like yeah, if you like get it, yeah, that's great, but as Onigiri we're talking about, 2023 Onigiri, you don't get nothing. You either get everything or you get nothing. If that second ornamentation would have came out like the same as the first, oh my god. That would have blew my mind. Like 4/4 ice and then like wind. Oh. Or ice fire. Oh my god. That'd been so good. The April Fool's thing wasn't very long either. Like I don't think I finished the shop for that. Like at all. I should have an assist partner. I bet I did, but then they died or something. There it is. Sometimes you can just see it on the map where it's gonna spawn. Lucky box, right on. There we go. 800 Natsu, fantastic. Dun 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 dun. So there's my 10 OC for the day. That's good. I'm literally full on mill chest and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, actually, I just spent a lot on ornamentations. I might be able to sell some. But realistically, I'm just gonna just destroy them all. And it's this Natu event that's just giving me all of them. Who am I looking for? Satan? I haven't brought out Satan in a while. I still have to smelt up all these other sides to give them to Satan. There's so much I have to do. And like, lately, the past month, I've just been playing Shadowverse. Like, me and my, like, they had an update for it last week, like, and me and my friend had just, we were playing it all week. And like, the meta is getting me so mad. Because it's so boring. But, like, I've just been playing it every day. They have events to get, like, extra coins and stuff. And, like, there's literally, like, man, you can just earn everything free to play. It's so good. Hey, Joe. Although I'm not free to play in it anymore. When the new event dropped, I, like, bought a bunch of packs. Yes, the huge mini update. We keep getting huge mini updates. Because the ornamentation's, like, the best ornamentation yet. Which, normally I shouldn't be celebrating power creep, because I think that's bad. But at the same time, if you were to ever get a good paid ornament, it's the best one to get. Crit and attack percent, 5 out of 5 chance. Hell yeah. If I hadn't gotten like 2%, I'd be like popping off. I don't think I picked up that lucky box last time. Hey, how's it going? Happy Good Friday. You see that new ornamentation? Oh, it's beautiful. Where's that thing? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Like, and people wonder why I never, like, rolled for him. It's annoying. Oh my god, who put it over there? Like, Leviathan's the most tolerable mount. For sure. Hello? He's literally right there. Oh, he's out of range. Oh, no, he's not. Nice. Owner respawn. Egg. No boost. Woo. Yeah. So I did 2 rolls of the new ornamentation. My first one, beautiful. Second one was only 2% attack, so I got rid of it. Did one of the old ones, got 3%. I'm like, okay. I did it on a Redux. It was a beautiful ornamentation. It wasn't perfect, but by fuck was it good. Because, like, I forgot that... Like, I was, like, looking at it, and then once I ornamented it... Oh, you meant tier 2? Oh, your first comment, whatever it was, it got cut off. I don't know how good it is at tier 2. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, tier 2. Let's see if I can try to pull up the stream so I can see the full comment. Oh, you rolled a 2. Oh, wow. Did it go good? Isn't like 2, is it 5 to 10? Or is it 5 to 7? Or 1 to 7? I don't know what it is. Is it 3 to 7? What was 2's distribution? I don't remember. Because I know, like, the final form was 5 to 10. You don't remember? Well, what'd you get? Like, it must be able to go higher than 5. It must be 3 to 8 or something like that. It must be 3 to 8. Rain, Mountain, and 7 crit. Oh, okay. 7 crit's pretty good. That's faded. That's good. Like, when you compare it to, like, Avengers, it's really good. Like, I did 2 rolls of it. The second one was, like, 2% attack, 2% crit. And then, like, Mountain and Wind, I think. Wait a minute, Mountain and Wind. That was actually pretty easy. Mountain and Wind. It hit him! Oh my god. But like, just like tier 1, I don't know, like it depends what mag you put it on, right? Like how much chakra you have to work with. Because like the thing about this one is that you get 5 out of 5 ornamentations. Like you will not miss. You will not just get like no percent attack. Like that's just not an option. I think that's the best thing about it, and the fact that it comes with crit. So like, my roll was. You're thinking about doing Lychee, 2 Kodos, and a Senryu with tier 2 and a Senryu? Maybe, yeah. Tier 2 and a Senryu, I mean, it depends. As long as it fits, right? Everybody's build's different, right? Everybody built different. I realized that the Blacksmith is the best tier 3. Because it goes, you can get anywhere from 10 to 15% attack. The other ones only ever go to 10. But Blacksmith, with the 8 chakra one, does go to 15%. But again, that's 10 balls. It's more like a trivia than something someone would really do, realistically. You gotta kill this pizza? Alright, use the cutter. Use the cutter. It's like the holy fire of pizza. For pizza. Holy water. Holy fire. What the hell is that? What is that? This stall says Reese's mini eggs. Oh fuck, I want to go get some peanut butter ones. They were so good. We got some Reese's, they made Reese's peanut butter mini eggs like last year, and they were like sold out everywhere. And we managed to like go around town and get some. I remember that now. That was like, everybody was like fucking sanitizing their mini eggs and putting them in the house. Oh my god. Disgusting. Disgusting. I literally need to farm the hell out of this. Like, I need someone to just like chain me to the chair and say like, no, you can only play Oni. You can only do this event. Like, because like, if I get like a modicum of freedom, I'm like doing anything but Oni. There's so many games out, so many things I want to do. Like, I haven't touched One Piece Odyssey. I want to play One Piece Odyssey. Haven't touched Labyrinth of Galeria. Waiting on it for 2 years. Just haven't touched it. Just plays free-to-play game. Fuck. Why are free-to-play games good? Like, really? Why are they good? Why are they, like, the goodest games? Idol Huntress, this, that, like... Just a glutton for punishment. Although I heard that Princess Redive Connect or whatever the hell, that's closing down at the end of the month. My friend played that. It was made by Psy Games, who also does Shadowverse and Grand Blue Fantasy. So that's interesting. It would. Okay, guess he's going somewhere. The original Yogg was way more fun. Black Yogg was best Yogg. That was some cool sound effects. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. So it was cool to see that the Redux gave me 5,000 attack with 7% extra attack. So 17% attack. Wow. That's cool. I've never had an attack percent ornamentation yet. I just never found something worthy enough. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this Faded. Because I did always have that one Redux that was like, it was just crit. Like, it didn't really have anything on it. It was just crit. One roll of HP, one roll of SP, crit. I'm like, wait, this other ornamentation gives me crit too. Maybe I can just swap them out. We need another Point Derma event, honestly, where we can trade up to like 10k a week or something. That'd be really fun. It is nice that I'm close to my next Yorozu, which, you know, if you think about how much it costs to get Yorozu, is not nice, but the thought of getting there is really nice. I think the last time I realistically rolled was a Akechi? I must have rolled for something else, because I have a lot of Yorozus. Trying to think what I'm probably saving my Yorozus for Akechi to come back. I don't really think there'd be anything else worth using it on unless a new Vanguard came, but even then new Vanguards can't have Yorozus used on them, so. But if you want to think about it timeline wise, the next like new premium Vanguard should drop this summer. So sometime in July. It's every 6 months a new super powerful Vanguard comes out. I'm trying to think, what element would it be? Like, is there an element of premium Vanguards that we just don't have yet? So Toshi was like one of the Hoa was the first one, which was fire, which honestly she's fallen off. Like, she's just like B tier at best. Then you had like Toshi, who's like really good wind and lightning. You have Genbu, who's water and dark. You have Akechi, who is ice. You have Murakami, who is fire and water. You have Kotaro, who's like dark, wind, and a whole bunch of element changing bullshit. And then you have Keiji, who is fire, wind, water, ice. And then Honda is lightning and mountain, and Ayasu is fire and lightning. Can that not happen? Please don't go up. You whore. So the most common element for premium Vanguards, I would say, is fire. And the least common is holy? Oh, you have Yorimitsu as well. I'm trying to think, like, how would that fall? I can't look at the menu because I'm in a Vanguard. Like, if I had to guess, like, the next element for a premium Vanguard, it's probably gonna be dark. Just thinking about all the elements, what's been covered, like Akechi was ice, so it's not going to be ice. Honda's lightning, Ayasu's lightning. The next premium Vanguard would most... Oh yeah, Shikibu was also one. She was dark and ice. So you got dark, ice, fire, wind, mountain. Pretty sure I just said KG was ice. I was thinking the Redux. And that's thunder and mountain. Water and dark. Technically the Halloweens are dark lightning, dark fire. Yorimitsu's lightning and holy. Ho's fire. Toshi is Toshi even favorited? Yeah, she has wind and lightning. Yasu's fire and lightning. The least represent and Kechi's ice. The least represented element out of premium vanguards. What would that be if I had to guess? And Murakami's water and fire. Lightning has been hit a lot. Fire's hit a lot. Dark is hit like twice. Mountain is on Keiji and Honda. Holy is on Holy? Holy's just... There was one of them that was Holy. Yorimitsu, I think. Holy and Lightning. The next Premium Vanguard will probably be Holy. It's the least represented element among all of them. Maybe Holy and Poison? That'd be fun. I mean, if they made Alrune or Nyarlathotep a Vanguard, Holy Poison would be really cool. It would actually be right fun. Holy Poison. It would be. I'd be down, actually. Holy Poison. It just sounds funny. Like, what is that? A corrupt church? Like, Holy Poison? Like, that sounds really cool. What's that? Empty Grave? Okay. That is Nyarlathotep's elements, Holy and Poison. Although they put, like, Dark instead of Poison, but... I'd like that, a Holy Poison Vanguard. Like, it's such contradicting elements. It'd be fun. Flames of Rebellion, oh my god. That's my guess. It'll be a Holy Poison Vanguard. Unless they just want to just double down on stuff we already have. Hey Noroi, how you doing? Oh, there we go. Wandering Spirit, come here. Yeah! Oh, I mean, it had nowhere to go. Once I get this shop done, I'll have free range to just do everything. Hey Miyamoto, how's it going? Happy Good Friday, everybody. I'm doing great. Got one super good ornamentation that's going to be with me for the rest of my Oni days. Yichate. Tempest. What about Tempest? What? You talking? I'm not ornamenting no Tempest. Oh shit. How many Natus did I get? I did like 5 runs. Actually, how many runs I did? Wow, that was horrible. What do I think about the damage limit cap, Ougie? I think it's the second iteration of them, and it's not that good compared to the first. I think it's the exact same one. I remember Spear and Bow being together. The damage limit Ougies, like, because there's 2 different versions of it. No, I get 800 a run. Oh, you call Norix Tempest? Oh, okay. Fuck, what was I saying? I don't remember. Maybe I read the chat. Natus. Oh. You're skipping Aosame. I don't know, man. Like, this is one of those cases where the next time Aosame comes, there won't be that many people running it. But this time, there would be. Oh, you got the Ougie, but it's Odachi? So, alright, the Ougies. So, these Ougies, I believe they're the second iteration of damage limit Ougies. So, like, the damage limit bonus that you'll get on those is, like, 2.5 million. Like, it's very, very small. And, what am I looking for here? Let me see here. Like, I think it's 2.5 mil, but the old ones are like 5.5 to 7 million. So, like, I don't know why they made them. I think they have iframes, but like 300 SP for iframes is like, ugh. Yara. Why does that sound familiar? Yeah, like, that's the thing with Aosame is that right now Aosame is getting done at like the speed of 5 Cursex. And it's so accessible because there's no real strategy involved. It's just do Dragon Arc and bring your KG. But the next time it comes around, you know, there'll probably be less people farming it. I know I'm only going to do 25 runs. Like, for myself. Like, if someone needs help or something, maybe I'll do more. But, like, I've only... Like, looking at it, I just need the Ougie and I need the mag. So I'll do, like, 26 runs. Like, I'm not going to farm it like Gakaho, and I don't want to farm it like Gakaho. Purg just consumes too much of your life. I was trying to put stuff in storage, I think. But now that I've had a taste of these ornamentations, I gotta farm this a lot harder. Gotta get all the Point Daruma stuff. Oh, you don't have enough because of the Yogg? Oh. Oh, that's rough. Gotta get a jab. Cielos are good to make, for sure. But the problem with getting a job is that you got no time to do... Like, you get a job because you want money. And then when you get the job, you got no time to use the money. And it's just this bad cycle. What's up? Oh, fuck. I almost discarded repair phase. No! Purg junk, okay. Oh, good luck in Basho. Odas are good for bow. They're not the best. Like Odas were good for a long time. Having them is a good thing. Don't feel bad about it. The best bow accessory. I know Ho-Ohs are good. I know Kaguyas are good. Kaguya Maids are okay. There was another that came out for bow that was really good. I don't think I have it, though. What's an Aoshu? There we go. That's what you'll want. An Aoshu. 15% HP, 20% attack, 15 cooldown, 30 fire, 30 lightning, 20 pierce, 70 bow affinity, 5% attack speed, and 15 movement speed. Yeah, that's probably the best one there is right there. The only thing it does not have is cooldown. That is the only thing. So whereas Odas give cooldown, Aoshu is just a shit ton of damage. 70% affinity and 20% attack, crit force, fire, lightning, movement speed. Ayashu would probably be the strongest, but it doesn't have cooldown on it, so I can understand using Oda's over it. What else is there for bow? What's a Tadakachu? Oh, that's spear. You have that accessory? Cool. What's a Shikibu? That's one. Riku is Odachi. Inochio Broken Seal is Skill Force. Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is 15% attack, 60 bow affinity, 15 fire, 10 movement speed, and SP percent. Like, the Ieyasu is better than the Ho-Oh. Akane is axe, twin, sword, and sword. Odachi, regular Akane is spear, axe, sword, Odachi. Yorimichu is 15% attack, 70 bow affinity, 15% HP, 15 lightning, 15 holy, attack speed, no cooldown. From what I can see here, or for what I have seen, for bow, if you value cooldown, Odas are probably still the best. If you value just raw attack, then Ieyasus are the best. Yeah, that's my guess. Oh, there's the Kaguya as well. 15% attack, 20 pierce, 8 cooldown, and attack percent. Kaguya's might be better, but then again, Oda's just give you all the fundamentals. Like, Oda's is a little bit like 35% affinity, 20% attack. You have, I think, movement speed, cooldown, critical. Like, it's just everything you want on an accessory. It's really hard to compete with it. Kaguya is probably the only one with cooldown on it. Kaguya Maid is... Oh no, Kaguya Maid has 10% cooldown, or 10 cooldown, 15% attack, 30 pierce, and 50 wand affinity. They probably go hand in hand, Kaguya Maids or Odas. Odas do give crit, so crit and cooldown. Odas are probably better. Like, unless you're just, like, hyper-speccing into, like, Blaze Sanction, they're probably the best, still. But, again, I don't roll for bow accessories, so there's probably some out there that exist that I just don't have. But from what I can tell, Odas and Ayashus are probably the best. Probably one of each. Depends how much cooldown you want. If you're like me, I just want all the cooldown in the world. I just never want to be able to not press buttons. I still have 70 energy, and that is frustrating. It's not to say that, like, they have a lot of bow ones, not to say that they're necessarily bad. It's just, yeah. Like, the 5% attack goes a long way. It really does. Like, 5% attack is, quite a bit. Yogg should still be here for another week or two. Because Aosame is going to be here for 2 weeks, so I'm assuming Yogg is still here for 2 weeks. I really don't know how long Yogg's supposed to be here till. Because they keep throwing updates, like, partially, and I just can't trust anything. Oh, okay. Yogg should be here for at least till next Thursday. At least. Maybe it's here to the 24th. I don't really remember. 421? Oh, okay. Right on. Thanks. I thought it was done yesterday, and I was like, well, guess I'm not farming all that not to. We don't know about what's coming next, because JP got some, like, filler update. They just got a bunch of dungeon boost campaign. Yeah, this is the kind of event you want all the time. Like, well, the older I get, the more I want events to just be low energy, fun, and quick to finish. Like, I think they should start making Purgs just reward up. Reward up Purg. Like, just get a hell drop every run of Purg. Like, in reward. Like, enough is enough. Like, I don't care that I've already made 3 weapons and spent for it then. That was my decision. I don't care if they redux it. I really don't. More power to them. But, like, they can't keep, like, the same difficulty or investment of value for these Purgs. Like, even if it was every other run. Yeah, especially Purg, absolutely. But, like, enough is enough. Like, I can understand, like, you know, Dullahan and Kursek not having it. I understand. That's the newest thing, although Kursek should have that. But, like, yeah, Abyss Purg is, like, retarded. Like, they need to buff that. They need to do so much. As long as we don't have to make 8 weapons to make 1 weapon. Well, I just mean, like, for the ones we have now. Like, if they came out with it and said, oh yeah, this, here's Infernal Purg, and every run you get a nucleus. Like, that's all I want. Just every run you get a nucleus. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. Just every run a nucleus. Yeah, that was a well-timed attack. I got a spicy natsu. Right on. I was looking at that. But yeah, like, I would not be offended in the slightest if they just made it, like, easier to get stuff. Yeah, exactly. It does feel bad, yeah. Like, that's the thing. People should always, like, feel like they're getting something. People should never feel like they shouldn't get nothing. I agree with that as well. Purgs should show up on the weekend just to get drops. No medals, just drops. Like, you should be able to fight, like, Purg Gargoyle on Monday or something. Like, you should just be able to, like, every week, or every weekend, they'd be like, hey, look, we're bringing this Purg back for this weekend. There's no treasures, but you can run it for drops. That'd be really cool. That'd be such a good idea. Like, oh, like, do you want to just spend, like, $10 on the weekend and try to get some nucleus to finish off your weapon? Yeah, sure. Like, or run the Oni modes at least, or whatever. Like, man. Like, they would attract so much attention with things like that. I mean, Pokemon does that. Like, oh, this weekend you can fight this Pokemon or whatever. Yeah, the recipe for Rita, or for Kursek is really bad. I haven't even made a baby one yet. Well, not really. Like, if you know what Purg you want, you can save up and get it. Especially with the new daily rewards. Like, to get a Purg weapon, like, let's say a Dragon Arc or a Gargoyle, on average, it would be like 1,500 OC worth of restores, which with login and bazaars and achievements and 300 Ryu or 300 OC at the end of the month, it's doable. You can bide your time and save up for that one Purg you want and get in all the runs you need, and you can do it. Absolutely. Now, back when we had 30 OC restores, yeah, absolutely, that was whale territory. Can you solo it? Depends which one. Aosame, absolutely. Hello, Mr. Squid. Can you not just play hopscotch on my dick? Just land on my big cannon, please. Oh my god. Yeah, Purgs are super tough, absolutely. And that's the thing too, when a Purg comes out, because of the nature of Purg treasures and stuff, like, it's a commitment. It is definitely a commitment. Yeah, that we have that all the time. Yep. But most of the time, on PS4 anyway, most parties, depending on the Purg, can do it in record time with like 3 people. Realistically, most Purgs you can do it with 3 people. Like Lucifer, I did it by myself with Honda. Like, I could do that because I have Honda. Aosame, you can do it by yourself. Gakaho, you can do with, what's her name? Akechi. I've done it with Sugamo, and so on and so forth. That's the goal for sure. Like, everyone, that's the goal of Onigiri, is to reach the point of independence. Like, that's the whole reason, you know, I started the channel, was to make sure to teach people all the tricks of the trade and, you know, have them, you know, understand like how to get better and better themselves, so that we can have an army of good individuals that when they come together, it's a force to be reckoned with. It's not just, you know, a ragtag bunch. Yeah, you can do Fire Gakaho, absolutely. But like, if you have multiple KGs, like, there's a huge difference between 1 KG and like multiple KGs. Multiple KGs will destroy like anything. Like, hell, even Cursect was beat by multiple KGs. Not 1 KG, but multiple, and they each had a role. They had to use different elements. Like, it was something else. And on the same topic of, like, you know, in a Purg party, optimally, yes, you want, you know, 5 big heavy hitters all capable of soloing the thing if they wanted to in the party together, and then they're doing runs in, like, you know, sub 3 minutes. Sub 3, sub 3, sub 2, sub 3. Like, that's what you want as a player, because you're popping a boost. You want to get the most out of that boost. You want the most out of those restores as possible. And no one can fault you for that, because it's your investment, it's your time. And realistically, you don't owe that to anyone else, because it's your time. But then at the end of the day, we sort of have a community of players that work together. Like, if you're like a party of 3 people, and you're playing with 3 people, and you're beating the dungeon, well, there's realistically no reason you couldn't just let someone else join. Like, what difference does it make? Maybe you have to wait like an extra 10 seconds at the loading screen. Like, boo-hoo. That's if they're on PS4. Sometimes PS5 people join. And again, yes, like as you said, bring a staff. Right, and part of the reason, one of the reasons why people don't care if someone joins or they're happy to carry, etc., is the happier the community is, the better the longevity of the game. So, like, let's say we have somebody who, we're making up a person. This doesn't exist. Let's say we have someone who's like a dolphin. They'll mildly spend on the game every now and again. Like, they'll put in, like, maybe $100 every big update, whatever. They might do some restores here and there. You know, they like to play. They like to get new stuff. They're not giga whaling. They're just, you know, putting in what they can. And someone like that, you know, they exhaust all the content that's reasonably difficult for them to do. Like, they've made Tempests, they've made Dark Fins, they've done this, they've done that. And now they finally reached the point of running Purg. Well, if a person like that is just, you know, they don't have like, you know, they didn't spend $1,000 on Honda or KG or any of those super vanguards, that's how much you need to get them. And they want to play, and like no one's just letting them run with them, and they literally just can't be useful on their own. Like, they can't, you know, they can't, not useful, but they can't just do it by themselves. And then someone like that just gets alienated and is like, no, not carrying you. Like if someone had a box out that's just like, if everybody, it's not just if everybody had a box that said like no KG, no carry, or whatever, like, get the fuck out, like, I'm not running with you, like, you've got to be perfect. Like, if everybody did that, you alienate half the player base. And then with a game as old as we have, if we just get rid of, due to alienation and neglect, 90% or like 50% of our player base, there goes, like, you know, a huge chunk of the game's revenue and login data and like who's playing it and whatnot, which is what we want to maintain. We want those numbers high, because if like nobody's paying, like, well, look what happened to PC. Everyone had free to play, like, everyone got all the Purg Ougies free. They were bullshit and broken and OP, and they didn't need to buy anything. Well, game died. So it's one of those slippery slope things where you have to give and take, where, like, yes, does anybody, are you owed anybody a carry? No, you're not. It's your time. Do what you want with it. But if everybody does that, then, you know, to a gross extent, then we lose players. Like, a lot. Especially when Purg's like the only thing on their agenda, and it's just something not attainable to them, and they're just not financially able to shit out $1,000 for Honda and still lose. Because it's pay to try. It doesn't matter what you have, you can still get fucked up in this game. Lags at the wrong time, you get obliterated, it happens. So I can get why carries are like a divisive point. Like, because on one hand, you don't want to carry everybody, because then they're going to get dependent. They're not going to be, you know, self-sufficient, and then they're going to come to expect it. And we see that when Cursect came out, and all the party members, like, when Cursect first dropped, like, people kind of got used to how the Purgs go, like, Gargoyles and Dragonarchs, because people are used to them. We fought them 3-4 times now. We know what to do. We're using Purg weapons to fight Purgs. Like, it's literally using a level 60 Pokemon to beat up a level 50 at that point. Like, it gets relatively easy. And people got used to just, oh, I can just hop in this party. It only takes a couple of them. You won't mind me. You know, I'll come in. I'll be regular. I'll keep up with the runs, you know, etc., etc. And then along came Cursect and Dullahan. And it was like, well, we don't know this matchup yet. We don't know what to do. We actually need like 4 to 5 people to get Cursect under a reasonable time. Like, Cursect was like a very team coordination kind of thing. You had to kite it with KG, go into mount form. You had to have someone watching the skies, letting you know when is it coming down, did it go up. There were so many callouts in Cursect gameplay that like I couldn't really stream it because like you'd crash relatively often, and you kind of needed to be in that party chat all the time. And not only that, like there were a lot of people just like, oh, can I get some Cursect runs? And people were like, no, we can't carry this. We literally need every man to do it. Like if like a lot of the times, if it was a 4-man group and they were just running because there was 4 of them, you could have someone join. But when their friend got on and that friend makes the difference of, you know, 5-minute runs to 3-minute runs or 2-minute runs, is like, sorry man, we're paying for these restorers. We gotta let you go. Like Cursect was a huge wake-up call, and it's not like Cursect got weaker when she comes back. It's going to be the same interaction. But the obvious cure to this is for everyone to get stronger. If everyone got stronger, there's no worry about it. Like if everyone could carry at least half of their weight, you know, that's fantastic. And I played with a lot of people. They don't have super vanguards, but they're armed to the fucking teeth. Like they have weapons that are built correctly. They have mags that are ornamented correctly. They deal millions of damage with just their weapon. And like I have no problem when those people join the party because they're trying their best. Like anyone who's trying their best and doing damage, like, and if you can't do damage, bring a heal staff. We need those for Oni mode. Like those are so important. I mean, Curse, we didn't even do the Oni mode because that was a waste of time. But realistically speaking, that's why some things like that happen. Because I've seen people standing out in Onigashima during Cursec and they're like, man, why are all the Giga Whales playing together? Why aren't, like, I can't get a run. I can't get in this content. And it's like, you could get into the ones that we knew how to do, but they made this bitch hard. Is that a Lucky Bell? Please don't teleport. Just take this. Oh shit. Nani? Huh? Oh fuck. There. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Fuck. Yes, for sure. 45 plus Medi. Yes. Yeah. Like, realistically, all the challenge I really need in Oni is like just make it so there's multiple targets that, like crystals, like the crystals in Dragon Arc. When you're by yourself, these things suck to hit. But when you have like 2 friends, it's like, oh, he got that crystal, oh, he got that one, great. Like, just accelerating the phases, that's what I like. I like it when, like, that's what having multiple people should do, is that it should just be faster. Like, it shouldn't be necessary. You should be able to do enough DPS, but it should just be faster with multiple people. Like, you should be, realistically, in Oni, which is the whole reason I, you know, made all these guides, was so that everyone would be able to do everything. And if there's multiple of you together, it just goes faster. But even then, I'll never forget the first time I walked into a Purg and got smacked and fucking left. Got my shit kicked in. That was before Reduxes, where we don't take damage now. But back then, I just had Tempest, walked up to Gargoyle, slapped my shit. Infernal Purg, I'm like, fuck this. 30 energy a run, fuck this. And then we did Sleet too. Sleet took us a while. And then they ended that event a day early, and that fucked us all. Lost 8,000 treasures. Ugh. But in today's damage economy, it's a lot easier to do that stuff, for sure. Oh, what do we got here? So in other news, there's been this, like, internal debate I've been going through in my head, which is just universal for games. And I want to know your guys' take on it. Like, what is more important to you when you play a game against another person? Is it winning or having fun? Or is it both? Because, like, I've been playing a lot of that Shadowverse game, and the people, like, I've joined, like, Discords for it and just, like, Facebook groups, and I just see how people talk. And yes, there's definitely a bit of both involved. But, like, people are just, like, so concerned about winning that they're not having fun. Which is where I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Went. Which is why I don't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. You watch that gameplay and it's just somebody playing solitaire with themselves on turn 1. And then turn 2 is like, can you beat my solitaire? No, okay, I win. And then they just shuffle the deck again and go. And it's just like, couldn't you guys just flip a coin? Like, for fuck's sake. Right. Ugh. Like, I like the game. Like, basically, it's the Shadowverse that I keep playing. I like it. But, like, the game just gets so brain dead. Like, some decks is just, there's no, like, critical thought involved. You just look it up. Look what somebody else did in a tournament. Copy them ad infinitum. And then just not have any critical thinking skills to play the game. You just, like, play cards in order, and it's just like, oh my god, bro. Like, no creativity. Like, creativity is, like, frowned upon because then it's not optimum, and it's like, what if there's something new? Ah, fuck. But games are just so anticlimactic. Yeah. Like, and the thing is, with the game I'm playing, it's really not pay to win at all. Like, I only paid, I think I just bought, like, they had a deal, like, if you buy 10 packs, you get, like, an extra 20 packs or something like that. But I did that, like, only after my second month of playing. And I was just trying to get, like, a special art of a card. It wasn't even to get cards, because you can get everything free to play in that game. As long as you just keep playing, you can trade in old shit for new shit. And you can always have a deck. And it's like, there's really no reason to spend outside of aesthetics. Which is good. But it's just... the people that play it are so... like, I just don't get why they're not upset with how the gameplay goes. Because it's like, the mid game is like, the start of the game is like setting up your strategy, setting up your board, and then like the middle, like from turn 4 to 5, it's like a back and forth, trying to get like an edge over the other, sort of like Magic. But then like near the end of it, then they just start playing cards that can attack your life points directly, and it's just like, they're just like, okay, I win, and it's like, that wasn't any fun. You literally won by playing a card. Like, in my mind, I feel like in a card game like Magic or Shadowverse, like, a good game, in my view, is a game, like, you shouldn't win by playing cards, you should win by putting cards on the field and doing things with those cards to outmaneuver your opponent and win. But Shadowverse is like, oh no, you just play this card, it wipes out the entire person's board, and then you're allowed to attack them directly, and you win. And it's literally like that Indiana Jones meme, or not meme, but it's that clip there, where there's like a guy who's got his like sword out, and he's flourishing it, and he's ready to have a battle, and then Indiana Jones just pulls out the gun and shoots him. And it's like, it's really funny, but like, realistic, like, but this is how the game's played. Like, it's like 4 to 5 turns of swinging swords at each other until somebody like top decks a gun from their deck. Exactly. It's like, it's the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen. Like, I've experienced it so much. It's just like, oh, we had this really good game going, and then you just, oh, you top decked your gun. Cool. Alright, right on. Exactly, brain dead dot deck. Man, I damn right I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! New Yu-Gi-Oh! Is horrible. Dog shit. I watched, like, gameplay of that, and I'm like, I'd rather just flip a coin. Like, if you want your W so much, I'll give you a coin that's always heads. And you can just flip it all day. It's a lot cheaper than your deck. Because if there's no challenge, if everything's just decided in, like, 1 or 2 turns, like, it's no fun. Yu-Gi-Oh's, like, dead to me. It's so dumb. Like, all that, like... And you'd think for a game that is all digital, they would be able to phase out all one-turn kill bullshit. No, it is not, man. I don't know. Like, there's no need of that. Like, I'm the kind of person that likes to sit down and enjoy the game with my friend. Like, you know, I'd like to sit down and have a conversation and play a game with someone. But the games these days, it's all about getting the win. It's all about drawing into your combo and just getting the win. And playing an archetype, and it's like, oh no, this archetype's good. No, this one's shit. No man, this one's Numeron, and it's just really good. And then this one's just whatever bullshit comes out, and I don't know. But I can't deal with that shit. It's so boring. Like, I'll literally be playing, and then someone will just do something, and I'm just like, this is boring. It's repetitive. Like, it's so anticlimactic. Yeah, and that's like, realistically, it's the old argument of... Exactly, solitaire. Like, it's, to me, it's the old, it's not really an argument, but it's the old question, what's more important, the journey or the destination? Like, what's more exciting? What do you want to do? Like, yeah, it's cool if, like, your deck, like, gets, like, a god roll of cards, and it's just fantastic, it's all unfolding as you want, but, like... It's I don't know, Shadowverse is like a combination of Magic and Pokemon, where in Pokemon you don't play anything in response. Like, when you're on player phase, you have full control, your opponent can't do shit about it. And then it's the same thing in reverse, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! And in Magic, you can do things on enemy phase, which is disruption and good. But, like, and it was the same thing with, like, Duel Links when that came out on the phone. I played the shit out of that. When it first came out, and it was old school Yu-Gi-Oh!, I played Duel Links. It was fun. It was really, really good. With only 3, like, format, like, smaller hands. Like, that was fun. And then, like, they started expanding to giving out all the new cards that are, like, available. I'm like, nah, fuck it. Once they started getting to synchros, I uninstalled. Like, nope. Goodbye. It was fun while it lasted. Goodbye. Nope. GX is it. That's it. We're done here. Which kind of makes me think that, like, digital card games are better. They're like way better than physical card games. Like, I like the aspect of sitting down and, like, playing with someone. I enjoy that. But, like, the game control that developers have, like, if they print something and it's, like, horrible, like, it's just broken as shit, in a digital format, they can errata it. They can change it. They can give compensation to the players. They can do that stuff for game balance. Like, that's fine. But in the real world, it's like, oh, this card's a little bit too strong. Can you nerf it? No, we just ban it. So you mean the thing that I paid money to get? You're gonna yeah. Oh. Hmm. My goal with Yogg is I need the Yatus, the Natus. Yeah, they errata stuff all the time. Yeah, errata is the term for it when they change it. But like in a physical medium, it's so hard because it's like, let's say everybody's playing like X deck, and they need to nerf something in the deck. They can't just like, where the fuck's the crystal? Like they can't just like run like 50 tournaments and say, hey, if you join up for this tournament, we'll give you the eroded version of this card. Because it's like, you got two options, like, right? So it's either they ban the card, or they errata the card, right? If something is getting so broken and used in an unintended way that they either have to choose to errata it, or to break, or to, you know, ban it. I hit the wrong button. They play with the same card stock and announce that the errata. And then, like, that's the problem of it. Where, like, if someone's not following the mainstream tournament scene, let's say. Someone's not following the tournament scene, and, you know, they're playing at home, and they use those cards, and then they, like, go to a tournament or something, or go play with someone else, and say, oh no, that's not right. And it's like, what do you mean it's not right? Like, there's this, like, oh man, I wouldn't want to be that guy to, like, hate to break it to you, but Pot of Greed only draws 0 cards now. Right. It's funny, I was just about to say that. Pot of Greed. Like, I'm surprised Yu-Gi-Oh! Never had the, like, a card, they probably do, but, because I know Shadowverse has it, like, there's a card that literally does Pot of Greed's effect, like, tons of them. But it's a different kind of game. But, like, I'm surprised they never did something like draw a card this turn, and then next turn, draw a card at the end of your turn. Like, it's the same effect, but the tempo of it's different. Like, and it would just be the exact same effect, just delivered at different points in time. But ultimately, the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it has no resource system. So if you have something, you can just play it. That's the big problem with it. Yeah, Pokemon is, like, I played a lot of the Pokemon card game, like, online last year, and, like, it's only, in my mind, it's only good because you can play, like, online and buy, like, you can buy, like, codes for, like, dirt cheap, like 10 cents a pack, and build your decks out of it on the Pokemon Online. Like, that's good. But if you wanted to play Pokemon buying packs at full retail, which in Canada is like $7 to $8 a pack, like, good fucking luck. Like, you'd have, like, it'd be like $1,000 to build a deck. Assuming, like, there's no card shops that have singles around you, or, like, there's no one to trade with. Like, I mean, if there was no one around you, like, who are you playing with? But realistically, like, it's pretty bad. I had to go to, like, a sports store to get my Magic cards cheaper. Like, there was this place that would sell, like, hockey cards and stuff, and they would have Magic booster boxes back when I played, like, 8 years ago. This is back in, like, Return to Ravnica, those days. And they would have booster boxes, like, 36 packs for, like, way less. Oh, you mean the online packs for Pokemon? Oh. Yeah. They probably have tons of leftover codes. Yeah. Exactly. We would get them online, me and my friends, and we'd have fun with it, but now that I think Sword and Shield's rotated out, like, I don't know if we're going to touch it at all. Like, it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. I would play it, but fuck. Oh fuck, he's gonna come down. And I try to look up, like, we just finished a One Piece tournament? Oh, the One Piece card game? Is that a thing? I didn't know what you meant by that before. Fuck, it's coming down. What? I hit button. Die. Yeah. It's bigger? That's cool. Like, the Pokemon, and the thing is, Pokemon cards are switching over to Scarlet and Violet right now, too. So I don't know if they're going to, like, phase out Sword and Shield or not. But yeah, like, to me, when it comes to card games, like I was saying, to me, it's all about the journey and not the destination. Like, the stories that you remember from games are not the ones that are done on turn 5 because you OTK'd a guy because you get a shit hand. Like, no one cares. Those are dime a dozen. Like, those happen all the time. But, like, the good games are when they're, like, back and forth. Everyone's, like, you know, it was a hard-fought battle. It's going to, like, you know, it's a long game. Like, those are fun. Those are good. I don't want some, like, 2-turn game or 3-turn game or 5-turn game. Yes, exactly. Like, that's the thing. It's like, are we having a game or are we having a shootout, like a duel, like an actual 10 paces, I'm gonna shoot you in the head? Because that's how it feels sometimes. Like, oh, I got my bomb, I win. Oh, okay. Like, oh, like, the problem with Shadowverse is they keep printing powerful cards that can attack instantly. It'd be like if in Yu-Gi-Oh! It was just, here's a card that you're just allowed to play. It has 3,500 attack, and it can attack directly. It's like, what? And it doesn't have any setup required. It's just, here you go. Enough turns have passed, you can play it. Like, you have enough mana for it, you just play it. And it's like, what? So, like, the whole game is, like, predicated on being preventative and not reactionary. Yeah. Like, except Yu-Gi-Oh's like, do it on turn 1 or 2 or whatever. To me, Yu-Gi-Oh will always be an example of, like, something good that they just didn't know how to handle it. And it just spiraled out of control. I wish Shadowverse had card discard. Holy fuck, I wish. Like, as far as I can tell, there's nothing that discards cards from your opponent's hand in, like, the standard right now, and it's just like, fuck. I love disruption. Like, that's my favorite thing in a card game, is to fuck up somebody who just has their own little strategy, and they don't know how to think for themselves. I did that this morning. I was playing Shadowverse. And the guy's whole strategy is to, like, play a whole bunch of cards after playing this one card. That if you evolve it, it puts down this banner that powers up everything else you put in play. Well, the guy just kept dropping, like, little creatures and followers, like, every turn. He filled up his board. And he wasn't able to play his big card because I wasn't killing his creatures, and I was just healing the damage he was doing. And he had to, like, purposely throw his creatures into mine to kill him so that he could play his card. And I was laughing. I was like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he's not thinking. He's overextending. He's assuming I'm going to break his monsters. Like, nope, fuck you. That card says draw a card when it dies. I ain't hitting it. Fuck you. You smashed it into me. I ain't hitting you. Well, in Shadowverse, you only have 5 cards that can be on the field. It's like Magic, but you can only have 5 cards out. So when you put out, like, an amulet or an enchantment, it takes up one of those slots. And this card summons one, so this card combo takes up, like, 2 spaces. So it cannot be used if your board's full, and the guy just flooded his board. And I'm just like, okay, let me just ignore that. And I forced him to kill his own creatures on mine. Like, But the game's gonna have like a big, like they had a big nerf when the set came out because they released this new set, and nobody wanted to play the new cards. Like, they were just playing their old decks. Like, okay, so a bunch of stuff rotated out. Whatever. We can still play this. You cannot trade with people in Shadowverse now. Shadowverse does have a vial system. So basically, every time you get a card, you can break it down into these. They're called vials. So like a common breaks down into 10. An uncommon breaks down into 50. Gold turns into, which is a rare, turns into like 250. And a legendary, which is an ultra rare, breaks down into like 1,000. So you can just save up from opening all the packs you get with coins and free packs and all this stuff. Essentially, your extras, you break them all down, or just certain cards you're not playing. You can break them down and use them to get the better cards. So if you break down like 300 commons or something, 350 commons essentially, you'd get like 1,000. You could get a legendary. Yeah, even the Pokemon, the new Pokemon one that's going to be on the phone doesn't have trading. Apparently. Or no, it's not trading, but there was like a limit. You can only have 3 of a card. Like, they're kind of morphing their style closer. But realistically, like, my friend wanted to play this new deck, so we just started a new account, broke down all the free cards they gave him, and just built the deck he wanted. Like, my friend has 2 accounts for Shadowverse now, because he's just like, because the game has 8 classes, so you just basically start with something and work with it. And then eventually, once you get good and you start winning more with that deck, you branch out and build another deck in a different class, and so on and so on. And then you're able to do all the different story content and stuff with a competent deck that's not just handed to you and it's like unrefined. Like, now I have like 4 different decks from 4 different archetypes. Classes, I guess. So it's pretty fun. Like, I only went from just playing like the Shadow one because it was the closest to Magic. Basically, whenever something died, it did something. That's what I wanted. Yeah, but the thing with Shadowverse is that you realistically don't need to spend unless you want something aesthetic. Like I guess you buy the Battle Pass because it's just a good value. You just want more stuff. Like, Battle Pass is whatever. Like, it is what it is. It's no different than an entry fee in a sealed tournament. But, I mean, if you're going to play the game, you might as well get the Battle Pass. But you don't have to. And then that's one of the big debates, too. Is, like, if you're playing the game to play the game, like is your goal to play the game and have fun, or is it to only win? Because if the goal is to only win, you just trade in all the other cards that you don't want or are not the best in meta and just build the deck you want. Whereas me, I just like to play and enjoy it. I'm trying to build a multitude of decks that if I win with it, great. If I don't, I don't. But, like, I don't know. Like, I'd love to, like, see, like, a study of, like, card game people's minds. Because I've seen people when I played Magic. There was this one guy. He was the most objective person I've ever seen in my entire life. And I never forget him because he is the epitome of what I never want to be. Because it's so fucking boring. Like, oh, couldn't stand that guy. He was really good at magic, but he was just a horrible human being. Like, everything was absolute with him. There was no chance. It was all, like, it was just RNG. Like, it was just, like, the worst kind of, like, not believing in anything. Like, not even enjoying what you're doing, just going for the win. Like, oh, man. Can't stand that. But it wasn't just like in card games. Like that was his mentality in life. Like just no joy. Just like I don't know. Like that guy just can't forget him. Cause like I just can't be that. Right, like, let's say for example, like that kind of mentality in Oni, like how would that translate? I don't even know. It'd be like someone who plays Twin just because they're like one of the best classes and not because they enjoy it. Like I couldn't do that. I couldn't wake up every day and just play what I don't enjoy just because it wins or because it's victorious. Like, I play Spear because I like it. The fact that it's, like, good. I just like Water Dragon. When I saw Water Dragon, I'm like, oh my fuck. I gotta have that. And then after that, I just fell in love with the class. Like, I could never imagine, like... We don't allow fun here. Like, if you take fun out of the game, like, even pro sports people have fun. Like, they have to. Like, yes, if you get, like, the $1 million contract to play in the NBA or the NHL or whatever, oh, I got spicy not to. Like, yes, you're going to have, you know, yes, you're going to bring home millions of dollars and it's great. But if you're hating every minute of it, is it worth it? Once you retire, yes, assuming you don't get maimed or hurt or injure your body, sure. Like, absolutely. And it's the same thing for, and I met people like this, and there's a lot of it coming up this generation. A lot of the kids that were in school and are in school, there's a lot of people that went into sciences because they were good paying jobs. Like STEM fields and shit, because they were good paying, and those people hate their fucking jobs. They hate it. They like went into biology and sciences and stuff. Like one of my neighbor, that happened to her. She like went into all those fields and she ended up hating it. She's like, this is horrible. Like she's like, am I gonna do this the rest of my life just for money? Like fuck that. Like, but what I was trying to get to is the people that are doctors because they want the paycheck and not because they generally want to help people, there's too fucking much of that, at least in Canada right now. Doctors that just, you know, give pills, get the fuck out of my office, pay my bills, and get out. Like, they're not healers anymore. They're not people that want to help. They're just people out for the biggest paycheck they can get. Like, that is, like, the same mentality. Like, they're not good doctors. Like, they might be the best. They could actually do awesome at their surgery and stuff. But if the mentality is not there, there's no compassion, there's no passion at all. Like, that's not what people like want when they go see a medical professional. They want, you know, hopefulness and goodness, and there's just a void of that type of person. That like people that are just doing it for the sake of the money. Like, yes, we need more doctors. Yes, we need more nurses. Absolutely, but there's a lot of shitty fucking nurses out there. People that don't give a fuck. They're numb to everything. Like, oh man. And I know they see it every day, and it is what it is. But like, fuck. It's so just devoid of heart. Like, those jobs, while they are necessary, those are careers. They're not just jobs. Right. And yes, capitalism is the best tried ism that we've ever had. Like, compare the West to many other countries, and there's a reason we get a lot more immigrants coming to the West as opposed to people leaving. Like, absolutely. Like, capitalism works. Giving someone an incentive to do something. Absolutely. Something needs something done. We needed a universal currency so that we aren't all trading fucking berries and rocks for it. But money. Exactly. Not docking that at all. But I'm saying the mentality behind some people that just chase dollars, it doesn't lead to, like, happiness. Like, there's a reason, like, really, really rich people that didn't earn it are just fuckwads. Absolute cunts. Like, absolutely. Because they, like, the people that don't know the value of work, the value of money, and, like, yeah, absolutely, Otaku. What wouldn't go in storage? What am I full? Not to? Ain't no way. Right. Like I agree. But it's the mentality. There's such a lack of passion. It's all about the end goal and not about, like, why you're there. Like, ultimately, why we go to work is to, you know, show up and leave. Like, you know, make money, do what you gotta do and get out. But if you can have fun along the way and make the best of it, going to work isn't really a chore. Like, if you're with good people, you can sit around or talk with people, joke, whatever. You're in a good environment, you're not really, like, suffering. But if it's just, man, I gotta go... Like, if you're just doing it for the money and there's no passion and it's really hard work, like, fuck, man, that's hard on the soul. Like, that shit's really, really hard on the soul. Which is probably why I can never work in the public. Like, I don't want to ever work in the public again. What mags do I keep? Everything to make 105s better, which seems like it might be much. I keep things to make 105s. I keep 105s. I keep fused. I keep event mags. I keep little mags that might be good eventually. Like, I have daytime mags. I have a lot of fourth mags that I keep around. I keep a lot of things, to be honest. Like, ever since they released the Redux, where they said, this takes Ruby Chalcedony, it was literally, I ain't getting rid of shit. You never know when one of these... Like, that's all it takes for one mag to go from garbage to, like, you need this. I try to keep most of my mags, because mags are harder to get than drops. I'll keep rare-ass drops, but, you know, it is what it is. That's fine. I did do a stream, like, a couple months ago in February, where I went through my whole inventory and kept what I kept. Damn, look at this even number of Natus. Wow.